What's going on, guys? What's up? What's up? So last night I did a short little video I uploaded pretty much talking about this guy, okay, the rideshare professor, over 30,000 subscribers. So he's a known name in the rideshare industry, and he, delivers all types of news and stuff, regarding Uber, Lyft, etc. And what happened recently is that, let me show you guys, and I got to redo this video because, oh, yeah. This part was like for 2 seconds. Crazy. Hold on. Okay, so, you know what? The rideshare professor, okay, the YouTuber with over 30,000 followers that was bashing Tryp is now joining Tryp. This is big. Bam, okay? This was what he said. Had an awesome meeting again today with literally one of the most influential rideshare experts and recruiters in the industry. Massive following of drivers. Okay, stay tuned to hear an awesome story that will teach you some things about this business and how to do it right. Power moves, get it Eduardo, blah, blah. So pretty much, this was the picture of them. Where was it? Right here. Hold on, let me look for it. That's him right there. Okay, you might know some of these other faces. This is Bishop Stewart. This is David Mota, or Mata. I don't know who this guy is. I think this is Eduardo. But anyway, what's going on, guys? Let me get some likes and thumbs up. I'm about to get into some cool things. First and foremost, where is the app? It's February 11th. You guys said that it would be out. First of all, nobody said. And let me enjoy my little icy while I'm doing this. Let me get some likes, some thumbs up, and feel free to comment. What's up, Marietta? So, everybody wants to know. I want to know. I would love to know where the app is. Currently, as it stands, we have the company corporate has live calls every Thursday. And so as it stands, as of last week, we were shown how the driver app looks like and how the rider app looks like. Gorgeous, by the way. I don't know if I'm allowed to show any screenshots. I'm going to find out from corporate what I can and cannot show. But I will tell you that anybody who does know, a lot of guys who have been paying attention, who are in the Facebook groups, it's a gorgeous looking app, and we can't wait for it to come out. Now, in terms of time frame, this is technology. We don't know. There's no exact date. There's still programming going on. There's still testing. There's still bugs. Where we are right now as Tryp influencers, okay, and drivers, because I do plan to do some driving. I'll be a driver influencer, but currently, let me let this plane go by. Can you guys hear and see me all right? Where it stands right now, I've come across Tryp in early November, okay? So this is literally only 3 months ago. November, December, January, February. So yeah, just over 3 months ago. And really didn't start kicking things off until about mid-December. The week before Christmas is when we were introduced to the website and when we were able to actually enroll. There were major kinks. For the people who got involved in the first 2 weeks, there was a lot of headaches, a lot of kinks. The back office is trash. They're using this company called Naxum, which they're currently in the process of getting rid of because it's so terrible in terms of back office stuff, keeping track, things of that nature. So they're going to be moving everything in-house. But that's really more stuff for people like myself to be concerned with. That's really of no concern to the actual drivers that we are going to be targeting and wanting on board with this, because this is not an MLM like many people will think. They see a guy like me promoting it. They see other network marketers and marketers in general talking about Tryp, and they automatically assume that it's some MLM, it's a Ponzi scheme, pyramid scheme, it's a money grab, blah, 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 blah. It's neither of those, and that can be debunked fairly easily. Hold on a second. Lemon. So, we're going to have nothing without the app. We know that. The company, up until this day, has never given out any specific date. They haven't given out a date on when anything coming out. We're just along for the ride, pretty much. Right now, we are currently in what's called soft launch. We haven't even launched yet, or pre-launch, whatever you want to call it. There have been a lot of progress. There has been a lot of progress over the past several weeks. which is exciting to anybody like myself who has been paying attention every day. Such as, let me show you something. If you look here, okay, Ohio is one of the states that we are approved and licensed in. I'm going to refresh this because this is a real website. This is not give me a second. Okay, you can see Public Utilities Commission. Let me go back. And if you look, if you go to the Transportation Network Company list, you see a bunch of transportation companies. You're going to see a couple that you notice. Everybody knows Lyft, okay? What a lot of people might not know, Racer LLC or Racer or whatever, that's actually Uber. And then right under there is Tryp Technologies. So I don't think a company would go through all this trouble getting licensed in states if they weren't real, if they didn't intend on releasing an app. Okay, here's another one, Arizona. You're going to see Lyft. You're going to see Racer, which is actually Uber, okay? And then you will see Tryp Technologies, licensed and ready to go in Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, what's up, Paul? What's up? What's up, Adilos? Any press release for Tryp? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But I believe when they're ready to launch and when they do launch and when the app comes out, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of press release. Okay? But you don't need those things to be official yet. Just what I showed you alone should already have you saying, you know what? I might want to wait. I might want to wait this out. I might want to see what happens, because I don't think a company would go through this trouble. Okay? And I wrote a long-winded description, and I'm going to read it out for you guys. You guys can read along with me. Let me take another bite. Because people, you know, there's some people that are like, oh, it's a scam, it's this and that. My biggest question is, if this was a scam, who would go through all this trouble to get a few little petty $200 from people? When if you actually went through with this company, with the business model and the idea, you could actually end up making millions, tens of millions, billions as a company. Duh. So, am I right or am I wrong? Let me get to 10 likes and I'm going to continue. Who's watching? Where are you guys tuning in from? Type. Don't just watch. Let's be interactive. Are you guys already involved in terms of you've enrolled, whether free, whether you paid to be an influencer, whether you paid to become a driver influencer? Okay, Dallas, Atlanta. Those are going to be some huge markets. Sorry about that. I have a major heavy hitter in Dallas as well as Atlanta, so I will be in both of those cities, and there will be a presence there. Will Tryp accept two-door vehicles? I doubt it. No. Everything that you're already used to standard with the rideshare industry, no, I don't think they're gonna take two-door vehicles. But anyway, let me read this from yesterday. This is what I wrote. So it's February 11th. We all want to know when the app will be complete and downloadable. Corporate has not given a specific date, and it really isn't necessary until further notice. Right now, we're in soft launch. This is only for people who have a vision and want to get in early. Nobody is forced to be here. You are free to do whatever it is you do in life, whether it's to drive for rideshare for another company or work a blue-collar 9-to-5. There really is no need to be negative or impatient. And I say that because a lot of the animosity and the hate is coming from people that really they should be the ones championing for this. They should be the ones, at least, if they're not going to promote or champion it, they should at least root for it, you know? They should say, wow, you know, that sounds like a good idea. Hopefully everything can pan out, the app can come out, etc., etc. Why the animosity? Why, oh, it's a scam, it's this and that. They want to look at people's backgrounds and, like, trust me, I've done extensive looking around and I don't see any red flags. The entrepreneur, Personally, I don't think it's a scam per se, but it's worth being cautiously optimistic at least. So I'm glad you said that. Cautiously optimistic. It says being cautiously optimistic is as simple as kicking back and not putting videos on YouTube to cause confusion, to cause more negativity, like there's no reason to do any of that. You can just be quiet and say, you know what? I've seen this Tryp thing around. It looks like a good idea. I'm gonna stick around and wait for the app to come out. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna see if they raise money. I'm gonna see if they do the legitimate things in order to become a real business. That's it. You don't have to start speculating and saying it's a scam and this and that. That's as simple as that. Let me read a couple more comments. Well, Bernie Madoff used a very similar scheme and did go after millions of people's petty cash. No. You can't compare this to Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff was ripping people off. No. Come on, man. Come on. Bernie Madoff took hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars from hundreds of people over decades. Not $200. And this was back in you're talking 20 years ago. You're talking like decades ago. We're not talking now in 2018, 2019, internet. And who is that dumb? Who is that stupid to come up with an idea? Yeah, I'm gonna scam people out of $200, to make them think that they're gonna drive for a rideshare company. What? And who's gonna go through all this trouble, getting in office, traveling, getting licensed, creating a website that's not a cookie cutter website? You can tell that there's some quality behind it. Who's gonna do all of that and have a staff? The people behind Fire. I'm glad you brought up Fire again. Now I'm gonna debunk Fire. The Fire Festival, first of all, the idea for Fire was phenomenal, okay? Having a one-stop shop where you can actually go through an app and book talent, book celebrities and artists and all that, musicians, stuff like that, for an event, and you wouldn't have to go through a bunch of random third parties. It started out as an idea for an app, and it was Billy McFarland who went off the deep end, started getting people's money to create this big party. But that wasn't what Fire was or was supposed to be. You can't compare. You cannot compare Tryp. You can't compare Tryp to the Fire Festival. Because the worst thing that's going to happen if Tryp was a scam is a few people, lost out on $200? What happened in Fire Festival was people lost out on thousands of dollars, okay? A bunch of rich kids who lost out on thousands of dollars and investors who lost out on millions. Nobody's asking for millions of dollars right now. Let me read some more comments. The average person doesn't understand what a soft launch is. Exactly, Ricky Mercado. You can't compare that to Fire. You can't compare that to Bernie Madoff. Like, come on. You got to be... Come on, man. The people behind Fire. So, ultimately, it comes down to whether you have the vision or not. Nobody's being forced into this. I don't think so. So why don't you wait it out? Give it a little time. They didn't give out any dates. They didn't say, hey, what Fire did is they said, hey, April whatever, I forgot the date of it. April 27th is you fly into the Bahamas and you're going to be treated to this lavish festival. My point is that it's apples to apples. My point is literally the system Tryp is using is using Hased. I don't know, used in both scams. So it's worth being, because you're like all over the place. Well, Tryp CEO did give me a date and we missed it. Did he give you a date? So you went and saw him and he gave you a date. What was this date? Jay says, if it was a scam, I don't think the company would allow people to create free accounts. That would be a waste of space. They're truly after if they were truly after people's money. Exactly. Also, you have to think, okay, we're getting into the rideshare industry. He told me February 11th. He told you today. So this is a coincidence that I'm making this video on the date that he said that it was supposed to be out, February 11th. And even if he did tell you February 11th, this is tech. Things happen. Google has had plenty of dates. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I'm sure that they sit back and they say, hey, we're gonna roll out this feature. We're gonna roll out this new thing on this day. But guess what? Things happen. Things happen. Who's being hurt right now? Ricky says, in layman's terms, I tell people we're in early bird registration phase because it's true too. Right. Who's being hurt right now? The entrepreneur. Let me ask you that question. Who is being hurt right now? Because I've seen no promises on the website. You might have claimed to have spoken to the CEO personally, but there's no date on the website. If I go to the website right now, let's go to the website together, www.tryprides.com. Okay, here we are. I've never seen a date. Right now, what you can do is you can apply to drive, okay? And if you do that, you're gonna need somebody's You're gonna need somebody's referral code. Okay, you can sign up for a free account. And what else can you do? You can sign up to just be a rider. Same thing. That's really all there is. And then you got some information here. I'm not gonna read the whole website. You guys can go on your own time. But let's continue reading my my long-winded. Okay, here are. Let's clear up some upcoming, and common misconceptions. You do not have to become a driver to participate or earn commissions. You do not have to pay to have an account or download the app. This is not an MLM, but it does pay like one. Tryp will be a real rideshare company, just like you're used to, but with added benefits. You can refer drivers and influencers nationwide, even if your current market is not open. You can refer passengers and earn money on every ride they take for life. Tryp plans to be in 90 markets this year. Plus, the $199 month, this is the one that gets a lot of people misconstrued. This right here. This right here, the $199 monthly driver fee, okay, only charged once that market is open, is a fraction of what current Uber and Lyft drivers end up losing in fees to the company. The $250 one-time driver setup fee covers the background check, driver's own merchant account, and driver's hub. I mean, that's just fair. Influencers only pay $149 per year to be able to earn commissions and have the same thing, the hub and everything. So let me read some comments are starting to flow in now. Let me read them. Paul, I haven't been making hate videos. I'm actually fairly excited about it, but people's concerns need to be heard. Also, the date was told in person, so I know it was subject to change. You said it then. You said it, the entrepreneur. Like, hey, it happens, it happens. If we got to push it back to March, so be it. Does that mean it's a scam? No. Anyone who knows simple math understands the advantage of paying a flat rate. Yep. This is what happens when you offer a key opportunity to the masses that are small-minded. They're naturally going to have fear, doubt, and petty, unprofessional evaluations. The masses are asses. That's a fact, Charlie. Don't be an ass. Don't make an ass out of yourself assuming things, entrepreneur. Let me see. That's what is being hurt. Entrepreneur, why not let it ride out before you start posting the hate videos? Right. So then, that goes back to, I'm glad that we actually had a real, I don't come from this rideshare industry niche, right? But this guy does. This guy actually has over 30,000 subscribers, okay? So he does real good work in the rideshare industry. Okay, and he I guess he's like a pulse, a voice. If that guy was able to see the vision, then it's safe to say that, hey, this is worth giving a chance. This is worth waiting a little bit. No, it doesn't mean it's a scam. I actually don't think I've called it a scam once. Just pointing out why people could feel it is. Okay, but at the same time, I mean, don't perpetuate the people who do think scam, 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 and then I have to make videos like this to kind of it's like it's like damage control. It's like babysitting almost. You know what's gonna end all of this? An app coming out. Then I think people are gonna be quiet. Well, the haters are gonna be quiet. They're gonna be like, whoa. When you can actually download an app, it's gonna be major. So we're excited. Will you meet with new / potential drivers, investors in each market? A little bit, but I'm not gonna be physically going to every city and state just to people. This is digital. This is mobile. Everybody can just. People are gonna be able to simply download an app and go through the process. But in every city, Tryp does plan to have a Tryp Go Center. That Go Center is going to be somewhere where they can go complete their, get licensed, get their starter kit, et cetera, et cetera. Take their little tests. I noticed the professor has pulled all his negative videos towards Tryp. Yeah. Well, he probably saw something. He saw what he needed to see. My job isn't push Tryp's agenda. It's to share both sides. And I totally get that, entrepreneur. Like all these rideshare people, we're not here telling them to promote Tryp. Because you guys report, right? You guys report, hey, this is what's going on in Uber. This is what's going on with Lyft. These are my stories. These are my experiences. These are the rates today. This is what happened. We get all that. You guys report. Do your job and be, you don't have to, but at the same time, you guys already promote Uber and Lyft. A lot of you guys have the Uber and Lyft links under your bios, under your videos, etc., etc. We're not telling you to join Tryp, but you can at least look at it from a, okay, well, hey, this new company's coming out. We've seen a lot of companies come and go. We've seen companies try. Hopefully what they're saying, comes to fruition. If it does, a lot of us are going to make a lot of money, especially you influencers who are going to put on drivers. You're going to make money. The drivers who are currently driving, they're going to make more money once Tryp becomes popular in their respective cities. Everybody wins. What kind of marketing can we expect for Tryp outside of the word of mouth? They plan on doing aggressive marketing. Adilos. They plan on doing aggressive marketing, traditional marketing, social media marketing, getting other influencers on, celebrities. The same thing you see Uber and Lyft do. It's going to be no different. I do have trips for whatever that's worth. There you go. That's it. Just, what does it hurt you to be optimistic? It doesn't hurt you to be optimistic. Did you give Tryp money? Did you put any money out, entrepreneur? Did you pay the $250 fee? All of the major companies get this type of negativity in the beginning of its launch. People, yeah, that's another thing. We have to realize that this is normal. Anything you do, it'll never have 100% support. There will always be a crowd that just doesn't get it. They don't want to get it. They just want to see it down. That's just all it is. I understand that as well. But that is why the people who do get in something early, in something that they believe in, they end up making the big money. Think about the early people who knew about Google, who knew about Apple, who knew about Facebook, who knew about Nike, who knew about all these companies, Microsoft. The list goes on and on and on. How many stories do we hear of that friend, of that guy who could have invested, but they didn't believe in it? And now what? Look, they missed out on millions, hundreds of millions, billions. We're just here again. I did, now that you mention it. But if it fails, I can write it off as a business expense because of my channel. I've cautioned other people to wait until the app is out, though. That's fair. That's all. If anything, that would be all I ask for. It's that simple. As long as you're not going out and scam, scam, scam. This is why. Oh my God, it's February 11th. They don't have an app yet. As long as you're not doing that, then it's cool. If you're just telling your followers, hey, it sounds good. It looks like a good model, but you know what? I'm going to hold off. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody gets hurt. That's cool too. You know the funny thing is with saying that, there are people that I want to contact, but I'm waiting for the app to come out. I'm waiting for things to be 100%. I haven't even begun to tap into my full network to really get this blown up. Why? Because there are people who can't handle this. They can't handle this phase, you know, of a company. This early, they can't handle the kinks, the bugs, you know, like startups. People can't deal with that. So I can though. I can, because I know, hey, if this thing really works out, it's gonna be a whole. I'm gonna be on a different balcony at this time next year. I'll be in a way better balcony than this. I'll have a way better view. I'll tell you that much. I have a way better car, or cars with an S. All right, I'll be doing a lot more things. So that's it. My icy melted. I've just been talking. Trying to get to. That's it. Guy Mark, what's up? What's up, Vlad? So that's pretty much it. Will Tryp become expanded outside the U.S.? A lot of people ask that. The answer, they hope to be. But right now, let's not worry about that. Let's worry about getting launched in the U.S. before we talk about other countries. But that would be even better. That's just more money. That's just more money. But, you know, with the states alone, even if Tryp was, like, regional, you know how much money can be made? Just, like, in Miami alone, if I just had a group of drivers in Miami alone, how much can be made? All right, I need to go make some extra videos now. This was fun though. Hey, peace out, app. Peace out. Move forward. As you move forward, just calm down. Keep the people calm. Keep doing live videos. It's a great way for us to know on the spot. And here's another thing. I don't know everything. Okay, all I'm doing is paying attention to corporate and feeding. I'm feeding because corporate's not doing any videos, at least not yet, on YouTube. Hopefully we got some good news. We get updates every Thursday. But once again, I don't think they would be going through all this effort for $200, man. So for you, like I said, I'm going to tell you again, you're wrong for even bringing up Bernie Madoff. Let me look up Bernie Madoff. And for you to even compare it to Tryp is just ludicrous. Bernie Madoff. Okay. This guy right here. So, he is done because of this Ponzi scheme. So he frauded 64 billion based on the account. Okay, so 4,800 clients totaling 64 billion. Bill with a B. You can't possibly try to compare what Tryp is trying to do or thinking it's a scam to this. 64 billion out of 4,800. Like, Tryp already has over 15, probably approaching 20,000 registered users. You would need a lot of $200 to scam billions. You would need a lot of $200, okay? And I think they would be caught long before billions can be made from scamming. So that is just hilarious. Then you try to compare it to the Fire Festival. Like, the Fire Festival was a guy getting ahead of himself, saying, hey, I want to promote this app that's going to allow artists to be booked, you know, via an app. And we're gonna make a big party for it, and he wanted this big party, and he didn't have the logistics right. He just was in over his head, and he paid for it. And they had a date, right? They had a date. They said whatever, April, whatever, 2017. That date came, and they found out that day that it was a scam. They got scammed out of a few $1,000s because what they saw in the website was not what they got, because he couldn't be truthful, you know. And he meant well. He really wanted. He didn't go into the whole festival thing saying, hey, you know, I just want to take people's money. He didn't go in like he went into it just wanting to promote the brand, and he just got way in over his head. So he didn't go into that and wanting to scam. So you can't compare that to a Tryp. He ended up scamming, but then when he was out on bail, trying to raise money to kind of like pay back, you know, the investors and stuff, he was gonna scam more money out of people. But that's a whole different thing. Let me get a couple more likes and stuff, and I'll finish reading. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right. Let me read some comments. The app, it's good to see that you have the potential in sight. I know, let me see. So shout out to the entrepreneur. You know, ultimately we're gonna need the cosign of, you know, these influencers, because it's gonna help. Once the app comes out, it's gonna help the company get bigger. Ooh, look at that! Look at that! Ooh, let me show you guys a nice little V. Ooh, McLaren. Yeah, I think I'll add that to the list. When we get this money. Yeah, man, and you know. I did a live video and people complaining about how long the webinar is. Shit is annoying. Look, not everybody's gonna get this. This is not for everybody. Okay, if you can't sit through a half an hour webinar, 45 minutes, but you can easily go watch Empire, Power, Love and Hip Hop, all types of drama, TV shows, music. If you can sit down for that, for movies, but you can't sit down for looking at a business opportunity, look, it's not for you. It's not for you. You're gonna work your job all your life and whatever. What up, bro? I'm in Atlanta. We need this shit to happen. Yeah, Atlanta's gonna be a major market. But it's all good, Marietta. You only need a few, and those few will snowball into a lot. You know, and it's not gonna be a difficult thing to get drivers. I just contacted Entrepreneur on your latest video. Yeah. Oh, the Entrepreneur. Let me look him up. The Entrepreneur. Let me see, where is he? I think I spelled it wrong, but yeah. Hold on, let me see how I spelled it. The app Tryp. App Tryp. He has 10,000 subscribers. Oh, I don't know why I was thinking of another guy. Yeah, the entrepreneur is cool. Yeah, no, he's pretty fair. He's pretty fair. It was another guy I was thinking. This whole time I was thinking he was this other fool. Entrepreneur is cool. You can go ahead and follow him too. He's okay. He's okay. He's cool. I'll tell him that. Thanks, Frank. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on here for a couple more minutes. It's getting dark. Maybe I'll go live again later and do a more, I'll have some more notes. Long time no see, DJ Underground. Yeah, if you don't know what's been going on, go through my recent videos and check it out. Check Tryp out. All right. All right, I'll give you guys another minute and then I'm gonna keep it moving. So, is there anybody who's watching that hasn't said anything? You guys are just like lurking. Say something, say what's up. Feel free to comment. People will be making more money at Tryp than the 40-hour job. Yeah, a lot of people will. Even driving, even as drivers. You know, they're gonna do better. This is pending once this is not instant. This is not gonna be instant. This is once there's as much saturation or market penetration. I don't want to say saturation. Market penetration as these other companies. Once there's that, you know, then yeah, the average driver will definitely do very well. Jay, what's up? So, I know I just got here, but what is it what is Tryp in a nutshell? Just go here, go to my other videos, and that's it. That's all you'll need to do. Take a screenshot of that so you remember it, or just go to my other videos and it'll explain everything going on. You might want to take a look. You might want to go to my website too. That's the regular website. This is mine where I have my information. So check that out. That's me. Leave your basic info. Check it out. Summertime needs to be on with Tryp. Hell yeah. Take a look at that, then locate me on Facebook. And yeah, I think you're gonna like what you see. You should like what you see. It should make sense to you, and that's it. What is Uber Lyft thinking? Can they match Tryp's system? No, at this point they can't. It's too late. They're trying to go public. They're trying to go public, and they have to answer to shareholders. or investors. They couldn't do this even if they wanted to. They couldn't create this model even if they wanted to right now. That's how late it is. It's a wrap. it's a wrap. Once it's a wrap. So no, not for copyright, not for anything of that nature. They just literally, it's too late. They're already in too deep. These companies, you guys can look at this on your own time. These companies already are in debt, you know, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. Like right now, if people scam, you know, people talk about Tryp being a scam and a money grab. That's what Uber is trying to do right now. They're in the money grab right now. They're trying to go public as quick as possible, and for as high as possible. I'm not gonna get into that because I gotta get out of here in the next few minutes. But you know, especially they're trying to get rid of people. They're trying to get these self-driving cars and shit. Like, nah. So I think, yeah, watch this video right here. Watch that. Just go through some videos. Take some time. But especially this one. Uber, Lyft, and damage control. Probably. Do you plan on driving enough to get the stock options? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm gonna. Yep. When this pops off, I'm signing up under you. You seem like a real truthful dude. I just hope you're right about this. That's it. Just stay optimistic. I'm being optimistic. I'm not forcing anybody to get involved. All I'm doing is presenting something that I've been presented. So, you know, I'm just trying to do a good job at that, and hopefully we can all succeed. I'm not here trying to scam people. I want to make money. I want to make residual income, and then I want to just peace out. But be optimistic. There really is little risk, if there's any risk. But, you know, I'm not Bernie Madoff asking you to give me millions of dollars, you know. Like, one last thing. Bernie Madoff was able to get away with that for so long because he was, let's be real here, he was dealing with a bunch of old people. He was dealing with a bunch of old Jews, okay? And they're patient. They're long-term investors. They are long-term investors. They see something and they're like, okay, yeah, I'll put $1 million into it so they can see $3 million, you know, 10 years from now. I'm not like that. I want to see my money this year. I want to put thousands of dollars into something. I want to put it into marketing. I want to put it into something and see a return on investment like now, ASAP. So that's how he was able to get thousands of people for millions of dollars, because they weren't checking for their money. Okay, that's how he got away with this for so long, because those old retired Jews, they weren't looking for the money. They didn't need the money. That's how he was able to get away with it for so long. You know, if you do that with regular people, they're gonna start knocking and say, "Hey, where's my money? Where you know, where are the dividends? What's going on? You know, I need all my money now. Forget it." I shoot $200 on the crap table, win, lose, or draw. Exactly. Never scared. Exactly. So I don't know why people are so bothered, you know, over a couple of $100. You know, when we have people that are being scammed for thousands, tens of thousands, millions, you know, in legitimate things. So anyway, that's why Bernie Madoff, you know, I haven't read that. That's my theory. And I think I'm right about that, because yeah, you have people that when they invest for long term, and you know, they don't need to see, like, if they put $1 million, if they give somebody $1 million, they're like, okay, cool, man, it's a success. Like if I buy this building, right? Let's say somebody came and bought this building, right, for whatever, you know, they bought this building for $20 million. they're not gonna expect to see anything for like a decade, 2 decades, and that's fine with them. I like quick money. I wanna work. I wanna hustle. I wanna do something. You know, that's cool too. But you know, you get what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm not telling you guys to think any way. That's just me. That's how I see things, see life. But yeah, you know. So he was able to get away with it. We'll talk about that another time. That's actually a pretty dope topic. But I'm gonna get out of here. All right. Any more comments? No? We speak the same language. That's why I follow you. Yeah. Scared money makes no money. Especially when it's a little bit of money. I'm not asking for people's life savings like Bernie took. All right.